is Dr. Gcina Mhlope, who will be coming through to present for a World Poetry Movement, which she has been a part of for like close to 6 years now. And she's one of the few poets from here in South Africa who are part of this movement. And she's going to come and explain a little more. It's going to be absolutely lovely. Can you please give it up for Dr. Gcina Mhlope, everyone?
Nkosi sikelela iAfrika Nkosi sikelela iAfrika Mhlope phakanyiswe uphondo lwayo Mhlope phakanyiswe udumo lwayo izwa imithandazo yethu Nkosi usisikelele thina sapho lwakho ngoba thina sonke siphela ngawe somandla sikelela iAfrika sikelela iAfrika uhlazi ucabanga kwethu khanyisela abaholi bethu liqhakaza ikusasa lethu yebo Nkosi yami siyacela Nkosi enkulu siyacela mvele nqangi siyacela themba lethu mudimu wankulu baruna buluka sichaba saAfrika uyoyo sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela mvele nqangi sikelela themba lethu sikelela Nkosi enkulu Thixo wokhokho bethu Thixo wabazali bethu sikelela imizamo yethu sikelela izwekazi leAfrika sikelela ingane zethu sikelela okhokho nomkhulu siyacela konakele ezweni konakele Nkosi enkulu konakele hlisa umoya konakele mvele nqangi uyoyo sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela mvele nqangi sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela mvele nqangi sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela themba lethu sikelela imizamo yethu sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela themba lethu sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela mvele nqangi sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela themba lethu sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela mvele nqangi sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela themba lethu sikelela mvele nqangi sikelela themba lethu sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela Nkosi enkulu sikelela mvele nqangi siyacela sikelela konakele baba uyoyo sikelela ikusasa lethu. Enoch Sontonga said Nkosi sikelele Africa. He did not say Nkosi sikelele South Africa. We are children of the African continent. We, the children of the African continent, we believe that when everything first began, when we hear people say there was nothing at all, we say there was a hope and there was promise. There was joy and there was rhythm. The very rhythm that lets our eyes open and shut on their own. The very rhythm that keeps our hearts beating whether we are asleep or awake. The very rhythm that helps a little child take its first steps. The very rhythm that teaches an African child to beat the cowhide drum at a coming of age ceremony. The very rhythm that keeps the ocean bringing the waves and taking them back. Yes, the sun was there. The moon was there. The stars were there. That is what I'm talking. You know, the ocean, she will agree, she was there on the very first day. She will tell you, she gave birth to rhythm. When you see the children of the African continent bringing rhythm everywhere they go, it's not only their skin tone, it's not only their hair, it is not only these unusual eyes and special noses and the lips we have and the fun we possess or the joy that is not erasable. The ocean will tell you she gave birth to rhythm that keeps us going, whether times are good or bad. The very rhythm that teaching us that even when the cock doesn't crow, dawn will still break. The very rhythm that says, when I see you, I acknowledge you, I say, sawubona. It is good to see you. It is that light that resides inside us that knows there is a heart in every hand, and every time we shake each other's hands, we let each other's hearts touch. Sanibona nekhaya. When I first heard about the World Poetry Movement, it was before I went to Medellin in Colombia, South America, and I was fascinated by the World Poetry Movement story and how different countries are doing different events and they connect over the internet and they find each other, sometimes sending each other messages via the social media. But also, when they met in this way, they wanted to meet in person. Many of the people that end up at the festivals we found ourselves in have been meeting over space, over that magical cloud they talk about. You know the cloud. Now, it was a very rainy afternoon when I was asked to perform for the first time, and it was filmed and it was broadcast live to the different countries that are part of the World Poetry Movement. And it was at the, what is that environmentally clever place there near Blue Lagoon? What is it called? So we performed there. The tent was not even keeping us dry. But now, when you are full of poetry, who cares what the weather? Who cares about the weather when you're full of poetry? So we had a fabulous time. I didn't know I was going to go to Medellin the following year. The World Poetry Movement always has a cause. They always plan to have something that is a focus each year. And that first year, when I went to Medellin, I was part of this amazing group of poets coming from different parts of the world, 32 countries represented, and I was the only one from Southern Africa. I was very nervous. I said, Nkosi, I mean, 20 Southern Africa, I mean, but it was not about carrying Southern Africa on my shoulders. It was Southern Africa carrying me safely on the wings of hope and joy to South America. And so, when I sang the song that I call the Hope Song, it became an everyday occurrence because they kept asking and people stood up. I don't know if they thought it is another anthem or something, but it is the kind of song I wrote when times were so bad, when you can't stop crying, and when problems find your address and they park on your veranda. It is hope. It is hope. You can be sure it is hope that shines in our eyes, wiping away all of our tears. People have wondered how Africans can sing and dance and laugh with the sun after the rivers of tears they've been through. It is hope, it is hope. You can be sure it is hope that shines in our eyes, wiping away all of our tears. This song sometimes feels like a prayer. When we met with other members of the World Poetry Movement from Mexico, people coming from the northern part of Canada, Saskatchewan, other people came from Guatemala, other people came from India, other people came from all over the world, from Chad, this amazing man who just shared such powerful poetry that adores women. Nkosi yami. Usoba president inini we baba? I found myself on the lap of a powerful movement, a movement that doesn't show off, a movement that embraces so many different voices, a movement that says, when we are coming together, bringing the words together, it is like the invisible webs. And these webs are full of magic. And that is why then I would like to share with you a poem from Persia. If you wake up very early in the morning and you listen to the cool breeze at dawn, you are sure to hear special messages that are meant just for you. The cool breeze at dawn has been recurring with the sunrise each morning for millennia. Some people wake up, they go across the threshold, but they come back and they go to sleep. But I beg you, don't go back to sleep. Because the cool breeze at dawn has got special messages that are meant just for you. The cool breeze at dawn, you can even see it on the orange eastern sky. And those golden threads that magically weave their way straight into our hearts, they tell you that you must stop. Make the time to listen, because the cool breeze at dawn has got special messages that are meant just for you. That's Rumi, a Persian poet. That's Rumi. I love those special messages that are meant for us. Another wonderful woman who was born in our part of the world, and I never had a privilege to meet her. I kept thinking I'm going to go to Botswana, and I never made it to meet her. She was interviewed in 1972. I was too young, and being a late bloomer, I don't know what I would have said. I probably was a Donald Cop. I wouldn't know what answer to give. But she was asked, you know, foreign journalists, how clever they are. They ask you the questions. How do you think the revolution will come one day in South Africa? What would we have said in 1972? She answered, it is impossible to guess how the revolution will come one day in South Africa, but in a world where all ordinary people are fighting for their rights, it is inevitable. It is to be hoped that great leaders will arise there who will remember the many years of human suffering, and out of that formulate new laws to treat everybody with common dignity and respect. It is also to be hoped that Southern Africa might one day become the home of the storyteller and dreamer who did not hurt others but only introduced new dreams that fill the heart with wonder. New dreams that fill the heart with wonder. New dreams that fill the heart with wonder. That's Bessie Head talking. That's Bessie Head. Shabuya. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe we just jump over and go to South America. What do you say? Yeah, let's do South America now. When the enthusiastic story of our time is told for those who are yet to be born but announce themselves with more generous face, will come out ahead, those who've suffered most from these times. But that, being still ahead of our time, means much more suffering. But then it is beautiful to see the world with eyes that have not yet been born. To know yourself victorious when all around you is still so cold and so dark. That's Pablo Neruda from Chile. Pablo Neruda. Siyabuya. Sizemzansi manje. You're fine with traveling, right? Siyabuya. Uyazi, some people are blessed with a lot of beautifulity. It's amazing, eh? And you think, what happened? Did the parents place a special order? When I share this poem, you're going to know who I'm talking about. I'm sorry, it's in isiXhosa, but some of you might understand isiXhosa. I'll try and translate a little bit later. So much beautifulity. Unothandisizwe unomzamo. Kwavakala ngeentaka zezulu kwakuthi qheke ukusa zankiloza zenje njeya ukubulisa umsobomvu uwuqaqambe into esisimanga. Kuba kaloku ngalontsasa kwakubabalwe omadikizela emampondweni kwesikafaku babezalelwe inkosazana imbelukazi intyatyambo emanzandonga yeka obobuhle yeka oloncumo lawo mehlo mahle athi ndijonge abulisa unina noyise bomelwa ngamathe emqaleni ndithetha mna ngamehlo afika athembisa wonke umbono omqesibe intokazi lena yayifunjathisiwe izipho nobulumko bokwakha isizwe. OkaMandela naye ke wasondela uRholihlahla wakhetha ukusondela kanye kulo mlilo wothando. Umanyano lwabo lwabasikelela ngamantombazana uzinzi nozenani ngelishwa uyise wabantwana wagwinywa itilongo esiqithini saseRobben. Wazifumana sele ngumfelokazi noxa indoda yayisadla amazimba. Kodwa wakhula wazabalaza wenjenjeya unomzamo waba ngumama wesizwe exhobe efamacala ngemfundo nokuzimisela. Ubusuku nemini ubusika nehlobo esilwa nenkohlakalo nentshutshiso esilwa noqaluqalulo. Wayengena ephuma etilongweni babezama ngawo onke amayelenqe amaqhinga namaqhetseba okucika lo mlilo womzabalazo nokulwela inkululeko. Ontamo lukhuni ewe bonakanye ogqada mbekweni oza nosizi onozondo ukukhanya nolonwabo lweAfrika abakratshi lichasene noxolo nemvisiswano. Bamhlasela ngapha nangapha bamhlasela ngapha nangapha bemngcikiva bemtshutshisa ngameva anetyhefu nangemililo yedwarha. Kodwa waxhathisa kwamadikizela wathi unotshe andenjwa njalo ke mna inkululeko yeAzania niza kuyibeka apha. Niza kuyibeka phi inkululeko yeAzania kunye kanye nenqawe kayisekavelile. Kungenjalo ke nakundazi bandibhinqe ngantoni na. Amandla wavakala esitsho amandla kuphendula ukaMadiba kwavakala inhlokomo yezizwe nezizwana abadala nabancinci abantsundu nabamhlophe besithi dumisana uqamata ama-Afrika amahle ifikile imini yenkululeko dumisana uqamata ama-Afrika ifikile imini yenkululeko. Namhlanje sithetha nje ulandulele eli wayifincile iminyaka engama-80 ephila kulo mhlaba. Umzingisi kaloku akanashwa. Sithi kuye halala nomzamo mpondo zihlanjiwe ngenene uyihambile indlela uwalwile wena amadabi uyithathile uyithandile iAfrika nemilisela nemithinjana kwade kwabalapha ewe kunje iAfrika iyazingca ngayo ziyazingca ngawe simayoko sinjena kungenxa yamadela kufa afana nawe siyakuthanda sithi phumla ngoxolo nozala sithi phumla ngoxolo gorhakazi phumla sithwalandwe mama makhulu thandiwe wethu ifikile yakho imini yokuba wonduluke uya kuThixo usomandla owasibabala ngawe hamba uyophumla ezakho inyembezi zosuliwe fumana uchulumanco nozuko olukufaneleyo nezinyanya zeAfrika zikulindile thokoza ndencincelile. Now you know about Mama Nomzamo Winnie Madikizela Mandela, who was born in Pondoland. When she was born, she came with that unfathomable beauty. Those eyes that came with promise, with little hands that came with gifts. Not only gifts of love, but gifts of determination and nation building. The parents were speechless when they saw her for the first time. She grew to be something to be reckoned with. She had a fire that nobody could stay away from. And Rolihlahla Kamandela had to come closer to the fire. And those children that they had were to be fatherless when the apartheid government took their father to Robben Island. But she, the mother, Unozala, the giver of life, she fought. She resisted. They put her in jail. They tortured her. They humiliated her. They arrested her. They banned her. They did everything in their power to turn out the light. What to know? That's not how you deal with me. Spirit of no give up is not in my vocabulary. So she fought. She struggled. She looked them in the eye and said, you are going to bring the freedom of Azania and put it right here in front of me and for the world to see. Rolihlahla Mandela would not have come out of jail being the hero that he became if it was not for Nomzamo Madikizela Mandela. She fought. She did everything in her power, and she loved the children of Africa. She was a social worker from the moment she cried her first cry as a baby. And everywhere where people suffered, she left her bed and she went there. And they had to dare and call her the names they called her. She was a pioneer par excellence. So she deserves the rest that she has right now. She has given everything to us. I would like to also honor another man. Whoa. Masikuluma. When we're talking about the World Poetry Movement, the thing that I like, I think, I don't know how the plan happened that there are so many languages that are spoken on this stage. It is rare to have so many languages spoken on this stage at Poetry Africa. Poetry Africa, you're graduating. Hello. Next step, we're going to have simultaneous translation. Utin. Next step is going to be simultaneous translation. I won't do this whole poem. I'll just do a little bit. But the World Poetry Movement does their events. Let me do that first. They do their events around August. For me to do something like this that stands out in August is not a good idea, because it is Women's Month in South Africa. There's so much that needs to be done in the month of August. So I wait for the 19th of October to talk about World Poetry Movement. Why do I talk about it on the 19th of October? I talk about it because this was Black Wednesday for us, 1987. The apartheid government banned newspapers, banned journalists and editors, and arrested people and wanted to silence our voices. On that Wednesday, 1987, on the 19th of October, I'm saying we focus on the World Poetry Movement. Poetry that speaks truth to the horrible forces that are trying to burn us alive, that want to obliterate us off the face of the earth. Let's speak truth on the 19th of October. Whether they want to ban you, whether they want to silence you, whether they want to hate you, whether they want to give up on the struggle that we are facing today, we are following on pioneers that always say the spirit of no give up. That's what keeps us going, no matter what. That is the rhythm that I talked about earlier on. The very rhythm that says we are moving forward whether you like it or not. The very rhythm that says we're going to embrace each other. All the different struggles from different parts of the world, different age groups, different languages and cultures, we're going to embrace them. The 19th of October is close to my heart. It's very important to me. And if we don't talk about it, many young South Africans will not know why we care about the 19th of October. And now, many people who are not even South African will go home knowing why the 19th of October is important. And the world poetry movement is alive on our stages. Ngiyabuya. Ngithi manje. Qawe lasothukela eMnambithi khona lezi intabeni. Wena washiya ikhaza elishubisa umkantsha uphakophele khona egagasini uthwele ngeqoma ingoma. Uthwele ngeqoma lomoya, uthwele uthando nentokomalo ngomlomo nangenhliziyo. Ondlebe zikhanya ilanga, bona bakubona bakuzonda. Bakwamukela ngonya lwencindezelo, bathi konke okuhle akukufanele. Konke okuhle kwelikamthaniya kungokwabo nemindeni yabo. Qawe lothukela bathatha isithunzi sakho, bathi wena ufanelwe inhlupheko nendlala, bathi sebenza juluka khathala bese uyakhala uzithulise kuhle kwentandane. Uthe lapho seliye kuzilahla kunina ilanga, wena waphuthuma phakathi kulelo qoma lakho lengoma, wavusa wanyakazisa wakhwathaza ubuciko owabuncela ebeleni kwinzala abantu. Wacimeza kancane, wahlafuna kwanambitheka, wathumela umoya wakho kwelakini eMnambithi, kwaqhuma ingoma, kwanyakaza umhlaba, kwasakazeka inhliziyo zabantu bangakuthanda okuhle. Yabasathe induna, thulani, thulani nife, thulani nilale. Umsindo enwenzayo awulindelekile, umsindo enwenzayo akawuthanda umlungu. Yathe kagagamela inhliziyo yami ilungile. Mina ngiphethe umsindo omnandi onambithekayo, yasho ihlanganisa imihlambe yalanayo. Ngigeza ngovela bahleke mina, ngimamatheka ngiqolwe intombi ingayishelanga. Kuthi thibale amahlosi namabhubesi, ngihaya ingoma evusa usinga. Ingani phela umshengu shabalala lona, ubheka izizwe lona, uyena owaqosha ukwesaba, waqosha ukwesaba kumagwala, ayibone seshaya izandla, ayibone sesondela kuyena, ayibone secothoza, ayibone sephakamisa izandla, ayibone secula ingoma yasothukela, ayibona bese begawula ngapha nangapha inzondo, begawula ngapha nangapha ungazethembi. Bathi amambaso amnyama afikile, amambaso amnyama afikile, amambaso. Ngibabona behamba beshona ngapha nangapha beqoqa indondo, beshona ngapha nangapha beqoqa indondo. Babuyisa umcebo weAfrika, babuyisa umcebo wezwe lakithi, babuyisa ingoma eyancela emabeleni konina, babuyisa uthando lokuzwana. Sithi halala mshengu shabalala. That's how eThekwini eGagasini in South Africa, in Durban, we celebrate World Poetry Movement. Halala.